Hello everyone, Zloy here, and welcome back to another episode of Truly Bedrock Season 1. I hope you're all doing very fine today. We have some shenanigans and some plans planned for today's episode, so I hope you're looking forward to that. We're going to be doing quite a few different bits and bobs. However, we're taking a little teeny tiny detour at the beginning of today's episode to check out a beautiful monument that's been made to all the Truly Bedrock members by Daphne Elaine. I haven't quite looked at this yet. I want to look at it on camera with you guys. It is actually really cool. It is a massive I guess kind of totem pole of everyone's player heads. It's kind of gruesome if you think about it, but then again, that kind of fits Truly Bedrock perfectly. So, wabam, there it is. That is actually really awesome. Wow, it's fully detailed as well. On all the sides, nice. Can you name everybody? I don't think I can. I have no idea who that is. Is that Rogue? It might be. I know that's Prowl. Liara or Jessie? I don't know. I should probably go research everyone's faces. We all have beautiful faces, and they're all adorable. But it's so cool. Look at that. That's awesome. I don't know. Anyway, I just wanted to show that to you guys at the beginning of the episode because it's really awesome and you should appreciate it. Daphne is, again, a beautiful builder. So in the last episode, we were doing a lot of work on the double bamboo farm that we have over here. We built up a massive 64 array super smelter, a kind of like a custom built one that I've never done before. Oh, hi. Don't tell me. Oh, no. I don't want to know. Tell me it's something nice. Oh, well, it's kind of cute, but have we really been pranked again? The amount of pranks on this server, specifically targeted at me, it's unfair. People on the server are biased. Oh, jeez. Okay, so, oh, that's got some cheeks on it. Very nice. Okay, fair enough. So, is that a chicken? I think it's a thicken, actually. Cool. Well, there's only one person on the server rude enough to leave this at our build. And of course, that's the person that's done it like 4 times before, Zloy XP. I guess this is him getting some revenge on us for maybe killing him many times on Valhalsia. So I'm kind of fine with it. I think it's kind of cute, actually. After further contemplation, Zloy actually deserves being murdered on Valhalsia. Therefore, this is an invalid, not fair, untrue prank that should not have been delivered to our base area. Or our farming area. So we're gonna get some revenge on him later in today's episode. I got a plan for it, and it may or may not involve some chickens. And also many other things. We're not just gonna leave a chicken bomb. That would be too lame. It's kind of a basic prank, but you know what? Zloy's kind of a basic person. Oh, anyway, as I was saying before, I got super distracted by the very nice looking thicken. We have done a lot of work in this area. As you can see, we got 2 massive bamboo farms. I kind of would have expected these to grow up a little bit more as he was building this monstrosity of poopage above us. And we also have ourselves a 64 furnace array. We built this up in the last episode. We were not able to test it, however, because we had a major derp. Half of the bamboo from our farms over here was simply despawning. It was a 1-block error. There was a piece of ice missing from our water streams, so literally half of our bamboo was missing. This thing definitely produces way more bamboo than we need, which is excellent. We're going to send that all through the auto smelter here, and then we're going to put it into some other things as well once it's done filling up the smelting array. I went ahead and made some changes to the minecart unloaders so that they're a block lower down. This way we're not grabbing items from our water streams on either side. We had an issue with that last episode. An entire shulker box of bamboo got lost to that minecart. And then I'm making an output for the system as well. It's a little bit messy in this corner. You got to send the minecart back up and over, but that's fine. So now if we have items right there as a part of this water stream, we can actually have a minecart go underneath that, and it won't pick up any of the items. So hopefully this new little modification works out fine. So the first thing that we need to figure out is where we're going to have our AFK spot for this farm. I've set up a couple of different layers right here, and this is kind of like right in the center where everything is just perfectly loaded. So what we need to do is we actually need to do a test harvest. That way all of these super loud dispensers get going, and then we'll know if our AFK spot is far enough upwards that we can't hear any of that, because of course you do not want to hear these dispensers for any longer than you absolutely need to. These things are just the worst sounding. It is terrible. You don't want to hear it. And there it goes. Anyway, so if we go up to about here, still not far enough. Okay, so actually about 77. This is just barely high enough where you can't hear any. Ah, yes. Peace and quiet and tranquility. And then as soon as you go down, just the worst sounds that you've ever heard. So item distribution is actually working really well. As you can see, it's finally made its way over to the 4th line of furnaces. We will probably have to do 1 or 2 medium harvests to fill up this entire thing. And then I need to get a couple more shulker boxes of bamboo for other projects. I see some UFOs off in the distance. I hope the aliens stay over there, because I don't really want to fight an alien invasion today. Okay, look at that, they're going away. Yay, that was easy. So a little while later, and you're just gonna have to bear with me for these changes. This thing is... it's looking pretty rough, but that's fine. We're gonna put an entire facade and decorate this thing later. We're not worried about that at the moment. We're trying to get this thing fully functional, and then we'll decorate around the redstone. So as you can see, of course, Super Smelter is in place, and I've kind of gotten a walkway established up to our AFK platform. Installed a couple of bubble columns so we can go up and down and up and down. And then I've also made a system to lock you in here whenever the flying machines are, you know, not docked at their stations. So we have a couple of redstone torches right there to detect when that flying machine is there, and to detect when that flying machine is there as well. Those guys both go into this redstone line, and when they're both there, this iron trapdoor is down. You can leave. When neither of the flying machines are docked, then you cannot leave this room. That is to prevent the flying machines from breaking by getting unloaded or getting deleted or any of that terrible stuff. So hopefully that works out. So one real life day later, we are ready for some prankage, I think. I got an idea for what we're gonna do to Zloy's base, and just so you're aware, Zloy's base is like literally just over here. Now, as you can see, he really likes a lot of spammage. As you can see, they had a lot of fun with sunflowers. So we're gonna do something kind of similar. Oh, it's not UFOs, it's scam. It's scam trace. I think that's the right one. Anyway, so here's his base, and there's so many things to get distracted by. Jeez, I'm just trying to say, this is his base. We're gonna get a lot of bamboo. He's gonna have a little bamboo forest. As you can see, he's doing some terraforming around the area. We're gonna be nice. We're gonna help him with that terraforming by planting a whole lot of bamboo. So my basic idea with this prank is to simply go around and just place a whole bunch of bamboo around Zloy's base. Probably around 7,000 or so. I don't know. I just feel like that's a good number. Now, the thing about bamboo on Bedrock Edition, and that I've learned painfully myself, is that once it actually grows up into like the proper plant, not these little like sprout things, it cannot be instant mined. These little sprout things can be instant mined, but we do not have the instant mine bamboo on Bedrock Edition. You can't use your sword, you can't use an efficiency 5 axe, I don't even think you can do it with a haste 2 beacon, so this isn't going to be like some super easy thing to just go ahead and get rid of. Now, the one way that he could get rid of it pretty easily is probably a Ravager, but we're not going to tell him about that. Also, we're going to be throwing a few eggs around it to get some chickens, because, well, the giant chicken, yeah, he deserves it. So yeah, as you can see, it's a lot of bamboo. Here's the entrance to his base, or one of them. I don't know. This place has like a million entrances. As you can see, we have planted bamboo pretty thoroughly around all of this. Oh my god. Yeah, it keeps going. I love everything about this. It's a very simple prank, but it's very evil. Especially considering that all mobs get stuck pathfinding on it in this update. So it is just the most beautiful thing in the world. If he comes through his nether portal, I have no idea where he's going to log in. But if he comes through here, this is all he's going to see. I love it so much. This is sweet, sweet revenge right here for me. Of course, I'll help clean up some of it if he asks me to, but I feel like he'll enjoy this prank. As you can see, we got a few chickens around as well. So I don't even know how to get around this place. Yeah, we also planted it on the paths because he's not allowed to have nice things. Here's one of the entrances. This goes to like his villager trading hall farm area, and then his actual house is somewhere. I made sure to block all the entrances with bamboo, so it's really not that easy to walk around. Also, you can plant bamboo on gravel. I had no idea, but that makes it very convenient for spamming it on top of all these paths, like this one that is completely made out of gravel. Oh yeah, these chickens are also laying eggs as well, so as we're going through here, we'll pick up some more eggs to throw. Oh yeah, here's another path. There we go, cool. So here's his proper base entrance, and yeah, I like it. It's looking pretty good. Couldn't plant any bamboo inside, sadly, so he's safe on that front, but this actually looks kind of beautiful. Now, I do have one fear about this actual prank, and that is that maybe he wanted a bamboo forest, in which case I just spent like 2 hours planting bamboo, and he might actually want it. It does legitimately look pretty cool. And just to give you an idea of the scale of this, it is a lot of bamboo. It is so much bamboo. I love everything about it. Look at that. That is ridiculous. This entire area is completely overgrown. It's legit taller than some of these houses. That is a sight to behold. It took quite a few hours of AFKing over here just for all the bamboo to grow up this height. I used Silent 2 for that, as I was off working on the bamboo farms and stuff. So yeah, this is honestly looking really fun. I'm quite happy with this. Zloy has pranked us like 4 times at this point, so he definitely deserves all of the pain of going around smacking these things individually. Yeah, he's gonna have to do that like 7,000 times. And to finish off this prank, there's just one final thing that we need to do. We need to kill the Thicken. I'm gonna shoot him right in between the eyeballs. Having that bug again where I can't pick up items. We had this a few episodes ago when we were building the Pigo door, and yeah, it's legit just not picking it up. I can pick up other items. Alright, so the Thicken from our base has been moved and killed, and a couple other things as well. I found the one empty space in between all of the bamboo, so I airdropped its skull in here, and it's looking pretty good actually. So as you can see, there's the skull. I need to find a way to get up here. It's very not traversable at the moment. But yes, as you can see, this guy has seen some better days. He deserves everything that he got. And there's a baby chicken to take care of him while he's sitting over here waiting for Zloy. So as you can see, it kind of splattered as we airdropped it into the area. There's a few bits and bobs laying around. There's a little chunk missing. It's definitely a little bit gruesome, but it's kind of fun, you know. You gotta add something to it. And we also got a pigman in here saying you're next. Yeah, here he is. So we name tagged him you're next. Hopefully Zloy doesn't mess with us anymore. We've had so many pranks from him this season, and this is me finally getting back at him. This has been an entire season in the making, basically, and it's ridiculous. Also, I think the chicken head looks pretty good. Maybe I'll add some ears to it. This is legitimately built out of like the actual chicken materials that he left at my base, so you know, I'm basically just returning the materials to him. in a rather nice way. I don't know if those ears are lined up or not. They're definitely not, but you know what? That's fine. Do chickens even have ears? I think he deserves ears. He needs something nice going on. He definitely needs something nice. He deserves it. After all he's been through. So of course I made sure to tell Zloy to record when he logs in, and I also left a couple of signs next to the chicken head, signed the bamboo broker, letting him know who he's been messing with, and also kind of offering him a job because I got a project I could use some help with, and he is a lovely builder person and we're great friends, so I guess may as well give him some work if he's interested after all that stuff that I just did to his base. So I am planning on selling bamboo at some point if anyone will even be interested in buying it. It is about the only available fuel source on a Bedrock Edition at the moment because kelp is done broken, so kelp is not an option. Okay, I have crunched the numbers and I've figured out exactly what our super smelter system is capable of doing. It can smelt a total of 80 stacks of items before it runs out of fuel completely. So what we need to do is we need to make sure that each one of these minecart with chests only has 20 stacks of items in it, meaning that we can't quite fill it up all the way. So let's go ahead and finally properly test this system. Hopefully it doesn't just like implode. Let's do one final look around. I think it's good to go. Flick the lever, and this is the first ever proper run of the system. I'm very excited. Looks like everything is working great. Oh, not these guys again. Come on, anyone but you. You guys are so annoying. You spawn every 5 seconds. Nobody likes you. And you know the quickest way to get rid of bad omen is simply pop a totem and removes all of your totem effects. So in case you're curious about how I know the capacity of this system, it takes a total of 4 pieces of bamboo to smelt a single item, and of course each one of their little cells is holding 6 stacks of bamboo, meaning that each one of these furnaces can smelt a total of 1.5 stacks of items before it completely runs out of fuel and needs a refill. Now with 16 furnaces per line, that actually equals 24 stacks of items, so I completely butchered the math before. We can actually smelt 96 stacks of items with this system before it completely runs out of fuel, which is actually pretty good, not too shabby indeed. And as you can see, it's actually working quite well. It's smelted very, very well. We have 2 double chests completely smelted within a short amount of time. Now, you might be thinking, okay, well, how do you refill it? A simple answer, you harvest one of the farms. As you can see, they produce a lot of bamboo. Or the overflow from the farms will be going through into this bulk storage. I installed 2 new things over here, a bulk storage and also a little smelting array for XP storage banks. Anyway, if this thing gets filled up with bamboo, we can break all these chests. We can go down there to pick up the chests, press the button to allow all the bamboo to go into a water stream, which goes underneath the super smelter and then goes back up into this bubble column here. So this bubble column, of course, goes all around and fills up all of the smelting arrays, and we should have enough chests over here to fill up every single one of the furnaces, plus some, and if we overfill it, that's fine, it'll just go back into deep storage. So it's pretty reusable. And basically what I'm saying is this super smelter will never run out of fuel, and we can infinitely smelt items for as long as we want. So just as a little demonstration of this system right here, I just broke all these chests and then collected them out of that water stream. We can press that button, all the bamboo will go down into that water stream, and then a couple seconds later it'll pop up over here, ready to fuel the super smelter. Looking pretty fine. So at the very end of the entire system, after the super smelter, after the bulk storage, we have 4 little XP banks. I would have built more, but I ran out of hoppers and I completely ran out of iron. Anyway, we can, you know, flick the levers and that'll unload a bunch of netherrack into the furnaces. That'll smelt it down. And then whenever we want, we can take 1 item out of here and bam, that'll give us a ton of experience. This is also designed that way we can take items out of here to get experience from those too, but that's going to take a little bit longer to actually build up a significant amount of experience. So what happens after that? Well, I'm doing something really stupid. I'm putting a soul sand bubble elevator, and that's going to send items back up and around. So all the items, all the bamboo will go up a little elevator. They're going to go back along another water stream, back along, and basically just get recycled and drop back in at this point. So if it completely fills up the bulk storage and the super smelters and that thing, it's basically just going to recycle all the items until they despawn, because I don't want to throw anything in lava. The full stack smelter is officially done smelting all of the things, and as you can see, we have collected a lot of different stuff. This is honestly pretty amazing. It did not take that long to smelt everything down, and if we look in these furnaces, all of them have 60 bamboo left because we didn't put in a full max load, but it is doing really well, and I'm super happy about it. That is an absolute success. Okay, the goofy water stream is installed, and I'm actually pretty happy with how it turned out. It just looks really stupid. This entire thing looks really bland and boring, but it's super functional and I love it. So let's go ahead and let's throw a few stacks of bamboo into this water stream right here. Act like the entire super smelter is filled up. That's going to go along the bottom there. It's going to try and fill up all of those things. It's going to go up, it's going to go around, and then it's basically just going to loop back around and fall back in here. So basically just creating an infinite loop until those items despawn. We got a little bit of a water source pushing to the side right here, because of course these items get lined up right on this edge and the lower stream. That way they can get picked up by the hoppers, and that little sideways water kind of fixes it perfectly. There shouldn't be any item loss or anything like that from this little thing, and I find it extremely goofy. I don't know what it is, but I love water streams and water stream systems. I just always have, and you might be able to notice that from this farm. There's a lot of water streams. So in just a few minutes, that smelted down all of that netherrack into these beautiful nether bricks, and I think Zap might actually want these, so I'll contact him and see if he needs a whole bunch of nether bricks or anything like that. Could be very useful to the right person. And otherwise, I think it's time that we do another full harvest of both of these farms and get that super smelter filled back up. We're gonna flip that trapdoor. I installed that as kind of like a safety measure in case any random items go through the water streams. I don't want that breaking the smelter. Anyway, we can take one final look at this beautiful farm from up here for today's episode. I hope that you guys have enjoyed. Of course, if you have any additional suggestions that you think we should add to this farming area, then let me know. I'm kind of running out of uses for bamboo. Once we got the full stack smelter, we got the little XP banks and storage, I'm not quite sure what else to do. So if you got additional suggestions, let me know in the comment section down below. I would greatly appreciate it. So of course, if you did enjoy today's episode of Truly Bedrock, then of course leave a like on the video. It helps out the video and the channel significantly. If you are new here and you want to see more episodes like this in the future, then make sure to subscribe, and I will see you all down in the comment section and in the next one. Thank you again ever so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. And then there was silence.